Hey everybody, welcome to Make Money Math Time, the show where we do math to make money. Today we're tackling the cost of going to a gym versus a home gym. One thing that was tricky about this episode is that gyms are not very upfront about their prices or how much it costs to cancel. I'm using the cost of my local 24-hour fitness, but I'm including a spreadsheet in the description for you to download and plug in the cost of your own gym wherever you live. All the work's done for you, you just got to plug in your own numbers. If you can't find the numbers online, give your local gym a call and ask them how much the membership fees are, as well as the initiation fees, cancellation fees, and any other annual fees they may have. So the hypothesis of this episode is that going to the gym is going to cost more than having a home gym. But let's jump into the math to find out. So first, let's tackle the cost of gym membership. We don't want to miss anything, so we're going to go from the ground up. So first off, you have your initiation fees. My local gym, the cost is $29.99. Now, as far as monthly fee goes, they have a year commitment version that's only $31.99. But when you look at the fine print, it is next to impossible to cancel that year membership. Now, there's a month-to-month version at only $37 with no cancellation fee, so that's what we're going to go with. You know, gyms have so many unnecessary fees, and they do a good job of spreading them out over time so you don't really notice that you're paying those fees. And speaking of fees, we have a one-time annual fee of $49.99 because it's a gym, and why not? So when we add this all up, we make sure not to forget about the local sales tax, and it ends up being just under $570 for the first year or $534 for subsequent years of gym membership, assuming that we have this gym membership the full 12 months of the year. Now, is that the total price of going to the gym? No, because how did we get to the gym? Chances are we're driving, and if we are, that's costing us money as well. We have a previous episode that shows the cost of driving a car a single mile is just about 20 cents. Now that's over the car's total lifespan. If we're driving to the gym, chances are we're driving there from home, it's close by, or we're going there in traffic on the way home. Either way, that's going to be city gas mileage versus our car's average gas mileage, which for my car puts me closer to about 25 cents per mile. So how many total miles is the gym out of the way? If you're going from work to home, calculate what the difference is of going home versus going by the gym. If you go just from home to the gym back home, calculate the distance the gym is away, multiply by 2, and that's how many miles out of the way the gym is going to be. So we take that number, we multiply by 25 cents, and we're going to say we're going to the gym about 3 times a week. We want to get our money's worth. So when we do all that math, we realize that the cost of going to the gym costs us another $13 per month. That's over a third of the price of the gym membership. This is a cost that we don't think about but really adds up over time. So without doing too much work, we're realizing that our $36 a month program is actually closer to $60, and that's one of the cheaper gyms. So we add up all the costs, we're looking at $723 in our first year, or just under $700 every subsequent year, assuming that we keep this year round. And that's our number to beat. So for the cost of a home gym, first off, we have to cancel our gym membership. This is a frustrating process that gyms are notorious about. They do not want you out of their gym. And I've known many people that just tell their credit card companies to not accept payments by the gym because it's that bad. But like I said earlier, we're going with the $36.99 month-to-month program. There's no cancellation fees there. But again, use your own numbers in your own spreadsheet. Now the cost of traveling to a home gym is zero because it's at our home. That's great. So now let's build our home gym. We can go one of two routes. We can either drop a pretty penny on an expensive home gym apparatus, or we can kind of do it piecemeal and build a home gym station by station to save us a little bit of money. What's tough about our first option is that if our home gym breaks or has issues, it's a little bit difficult to fix. It's also not something that we can easily transport from one location to another. So every time we move, it's going to be a whole ordeal. And obviously the benefit is that you have a variety of workouts built into it for you. But is it worth the cost? That's up to your budget and space to decide. But it is surprising to know that you can actually get a great workout with very limited equipment. When you think about what you're actually doing at the gym, yes, you're using a lot of different machines, but is there a way to use free weights to basically emulate what you're doing on those machines? The answer is probably yes. But for this example, I'm going to say that we're trying to save as much money as possible, so we're going to build a home gym from scratch. And I should probably also say that this is just for your average person trying to get a little healthier, trying to get a little fitter. This is not for a professional or anyone trying to do any massive strength training. And one great thing about building your own home gym is that it's very customizable and you can slowly build it over time piece by piece. You don't have to invest a large sum of money up front. So building your own home gym, there's 1,000 different ways you can go. Make sure you download that spreadsheet, plug in your own numbers for the things you're buying, just leave a 0 for the things that you're not. All right, starting off, our most basic, just a bench and some barbells. I see on Amazon you can get an adjustable set for about $67. This goes up to 30 pounds on each arm, which is a good weight. If we ever do decide we need more weight, we can always buy those individually. Now, as far as benches go, I think it's a good idea to get an adjustable one that you can do both incline and decline and not just your straight bench press. And on Amazon, I'm seeing one for $96.91. Another good workout station is a pulley system. You can do a lot of different workouts that way. We'll have to add some weights, and I think between 3 35-pound plates and our weights we can use from the barbells, that gives us 165 pounds of resistance, and that should be enough. We also need to pick up a lap bar to give us some more options. That's another $34.50. Now, resistance bands are a great idea for a home workout, especially for your lower body. And you can grab a good set on Amazon for $7.95. And finally, it's hard to run in the summer and winter months, so let's pick up a treadmill. I'm seeing a 4-star one on Amazon for just under $240. All right, so we just bought a bunch of stuff. After tax, we're spending about $160 on our barbell and bench station, $180 on our pulley system. We have the $240 from the treadmill. We put that all together. Our total cost of our home gym is $643, which is less than the price of a year at the gym. So you could buy an entire new home gym system every single year and still spend less money than a gym membership. Now, is this an absolute huge savings? Well, at first it doesn't seem to be. The first year savings are just about $80. But now these are assets that we own. If we want to eventually sell some of these weights later and weights don't depreciate a lot, we're looking at a savings closer to $200 or $250. But that's just year one costs, right? Year two costs are zero. We own everything we need. Gym membership for year two still costs almost $700. And let's remember that inflation is a very real thing. Gym membership prices are going to be going up every single year. So if you were to buy a home gym today, over 10 years at 2% inflation, you would save over $6,900. That's huge. Even compared to a Planet Fitness $10 a month plan, you're still saving thousands of dollars over time. And one of the great added benefits here is if you own your own home gym, if you want to take a month off or 2 months off, it's okay. You're not going to have to be paying those initiation fees just to sign back up for the same gym membership. So if you find yourself being one of those people that signs up for a gym membership every January, you should buy a home gym. Even if it takes about a year for the gym to pay for itself, you're saving a ton of money over time. And if you're concerned about the amount of money it costs up front, maybe just piecemeal it. Maybe just buy one station every 3 or 4 months and slowly build your home gym. Now, obviously, we haven't talked about the social advantages of going to the gym, and there are some. I think it's important if you are going to the gym that you go to the classes, you're making friends, and the gym becomes more of a community than just a place to lift weights. However, for that type of gym membership, you're dropping a lot more than $30 a month. So the benefits, I don't think, outweigh the costs. There are other ways to socialize with athletic people. Take a rec sports league around town or something. But I hope this episode shows you that a gym membership priced at about $30 a month is so much more than that. You have your initiation fees, you have your annual fees, you have your cancellation fees, you have any driving costs associated with going to the gym. So $30 a month inflates to be so much more than that. And buying a home gym will save you thousands of dollars in the long run. Well, that was the first set in this series. Hope you guys enjoyed these episodes. Please let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and what you'd like to see in future episodes. I'll be taking a break for a little bit, but I'll be back with new content shortly.